Welcome back, pipers and tobacco enthusiasts, ages 21 and over. My name is Ben, and today I will be smoking Hearth Home's WhiteKnight. You're watching Expand Your Palate. Alright, so it is 8 o'clock, and it's very humid out. So I apologize for the fogginess on the camera, but I do think I am going to start filming out here as opposed to in my car, because my car just gets so hot, and even with the windows down, I'm breathing in all the smoke, and I think this is better. It looks better. I got the fountain behind me. I still haven't imported the video from the cherry cigar footage. I still haven't imported that and edited it, so I have no idea if this microphone is picking up that fountain, but I really don't care. I'm pretty sure it gets rid of most background noise, so we should be good. But Hearth Home WhiteKnight. This is actually the first English blend I ever bought. Second would have been Early Morning Pipe. But this was actually, not only was it the first English I ever bought, but if I'm not mistaken, it was one of the first pipe tobaccos that I ever bought. When I first got into pipe tobacco, I had looked on a website called, okay, as per YouTube's rules, I don't think I'm allowed to mention the website name, so it was a website where you can buy that. Look it up, you'll find it. And they have a decent selection on there of very popular beginner blends, and this was one of them. And at the time, I didn't know anything about pipe tobacco. I just bought it because the tin looked really cool. You know, it's got the knight on there with the horse, and it just looks very regal, and the mountains, and so I bought it. And when it came in the mail, I opened it up, and I smelled it, and I almost threw up. Because not only was that smell of Latakia so pungent and so like, whoa, I wasn't expecting it. Not only that, but it also reminded me of a cigar that I had had a few months prior that had that same exact smell, and I absolutely hated the cigar. And I actually mentioned this. If you go back to some of my first videos that I put on this channel, I do mention that, and I'm kind of like, I had this moment of like, I just paid all this money for tobacco that I'm not gonna like. Well, I ended up smoking it, and it was really good. It tasted like tea. It was very light, very sweet, floral, and I actually have only smoked it once since then. So this will be my third time ever smoking this. So I've had this for almost a year, just chilling in the jar. I might actually go and put the jar inside real quick because it is so humid out here, and I don't want it to get condensation on it. I'm not super big on Englishes. I'm still exploring them. I'm trying to find ones that I like. I am a big fan of Peterson's Early Morning Pipe. I'm not a huge fan of Peterson's Nightcap, but I think that's because it has Oriental in it, and I don't think I particularly love Oriental. But this one is Latakia, Turkish Oriental, and Virginia. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure all English blends have Oriental in them regardless. I think that's part of what makes them English blends. But bottom line, I like the Latakia. I'm not big on the Oriental, and Nightcap definitely has more Oriental. So let's get puffing. By the way, I'm smoking out of my GBD Rock Root. I hope you can see that well with the clear stem. I got this pipe from Bishop Pipes. I will link his shop in the description. He makes, well, he doesn't make them. He, I guess, refurbishes and sells pipes. I don't think he makes them. But he's got a lot of really good pipes, and he always has stuff on his shop. But let's get puffing. It's got that mustiness that I don't particularly love from an English blend. It's sweet. It has almost a citrus to it. It's on the edge of giving me tongue bite, if you want to call it that. It's not necessarily hurting my tongue, but there is a little bit of a burn. I'm having a hard time getting it lit up. My camera says I've been recording now for 15 minutes, and the timestamp in the actual video at this point is probably not even 10. But yeah, it's giving me kind of a bite, and that's where I'm getting that citrus, that tea, that bright, light, fresh tea kind of taste from it. It tastes absolutely nothing like it smells. There is a creamy note to it. It's just pissing me off because I'm having a lot of trouble lighting it, and I don't know why. Maybe I packed it too tight. It's got a pepperiness to it. So that I would say would make up the bulk right now is tea, cream, and pepper. Is mostly what I'm getting right now. White pepper, more so. A lot of flavor. It's strong, but it's not overpowering. I would even consider this to be something I would recommend to someone who just started smoking a pipe today. I would recommend this. It's light enough. It's nowhere near as light as early morning pipe, but it's not punchy in the face. Very peppery. Just very peppery. It's not overpowering, but incredibly peppery. But interestingly enough, absolutely zero spice on the retrohale. It's not like this retrohale is not making my eyes water. It doesn't hurt at all. The retrohale is actually quite creamy. It smells kind of, or tastes and smells kind of like, when it rains, when there's like a thunderstorm, and you're sitting outside after the storm, and you can kind of taste it in the air. Kind of that type of vibe right now. Lemon. It's reminding me of summertime by the pool. There's a brightness to this that it definitely shares with early morning pipe. I think that's why I like this blend. There is, underneath all that pepper, all that spice, all that complexity, there is a brightness to this blend that takes me right to early morning pipe. While I smoke this, I do want to talk to you guys about this bowl. So this style, this size is called Prince. I don't know how well you can see that if it's focused. I don't want to turn it too much because I'll get ashes on me, but this is called a Prince. It's a lot wider of an opening. It's a squattier bowl, but wider. And it's actually like the main size that you would want to use with English blends. So there's all different sizes and shapes of pipes, and yes, they make them to look good, and they're pretty, and they're cool, and they're this, and they're that. but there are certain sizes that are specifically designed with certain blends in mind. And for English blends, they do taste best out of a bigger bowl, such as this Prince shape. The reason for that is there's more room in the bowl, which gives the smoke more room to, like when it's burning, there's more room in the chamber for that smoke to pull through, which deepens the flavor, which you can do with anything. You can do it with aromatics, you could do it with Virginias, but the reason it works so well with English is because of that Latakia. Latakia is very smoky, it's very robust, it's very deep and rich, and it's good to smoke it out of a bowl that's going to complement how deep and complex that blend can be. If you smoke an aromatic out of a bowl this size, it might come off as more of like a hot air, whereas if you smoke it out of a little tiny straight billiard, you might get more flavor because it's a smaller chamber. So, fun fact of the day, I guess. But yeah, so far, I mean, I like it. I don't love it. Like I said, I'm still learning Englishes. I'm still trying to get into them, get used to them. It's like peated Scotch. It's an acquired taste. I say that, yet I've never had peated Scotch. But if you know, you know. And, I mean, I have so many English blends right now in my collection that I just don't touch. So I'm trying my best to try more and experiment with them. But so far, out of everything I've tried, Early Morning Pipe is by far my absolute favorite English. And I think my least favorite out of the ones I've tried would be Nightcap. This is somewhere in the middle. I've tried My Mix 965. I've tried Billy Budd. I've tried Cornell & Deal's Sweet English, which I do enjoy. I mix it with Cornell & Deal's Mocha. But I haven't tried too many Englishes. I just picked up a Toscano. I think it's called Toscano Maestro, and it's like a dark fire Kentucky. I bought it at my lounge that I work at, and one of the guys that was chilling there was like, it's rough. Like, he said it's like smoking the char on a fire. And he said that it was so strong, he had to like stop halfway through because the nicotine content was so high. And I took that as a challenge, and I went right into the retail room and I picked one up. I mean, for $14, you know, we'll see how it is. But I probably won't open it up for a while because I just don't have the room for it with my collection. So, and I'm going to make a video on my collection. I already made a video on my sealed collection. I'm going to make a video on my open jars. But basically, I, like any of you fine gentlemen out there, or women, I have so many jars. I have so many jars of open stuff, most of which, I mean, just like the jar of this stuff. The last time this was open was over a year ago. I have so many jars that just aren't getting used. And I refuse to buy new jars and just have piles and piles of jars, right? So I only have 53 jars. That's it. So if I want to open up a new tobacco that I just bought, I have to finish or sell something that I already have. So where was I going with that? I completely forget why I was saying that. But yeah, so I'm exploring new blends, and if I had to rate this blend on a scale of 1 to 10, for now, for as much as I've tried, for all the Englishes I've tried, I'm going to give it a 7.9 out of 10. It's, like I said, it's not as good as the MP, but it's way better than Nightcap, and it's a little bit No, I'm about to lie to you. It's actually not better than my mixture. I think my mixture is actually better. My Mix 965, I think, is actually a little bit better than this. Very peppery, though. Very peppery. That's all I have to say about it. It's kind of a pepper bomb. Well, guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace. If you're enjoying the content and want to support the channel, become a monthly member on my Buy Me a Coffee, link below. You'll get behind-the-scenes updates, exclusive polls, and help shape future episodes. Every bit of support keeps this going. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, keep expanding your palate.